Weapons and lasers. The T5 has 4 weapon circuits that are selected using the firing key. One on the weapon mount, one on the deck, one on the claw, and another one on the deck. The 2 deck circuits have labels with pictures that correspond to the pictures around the weapon selection key. The first step in the firing sequence is to turn the weapon select key to the desired weapon circuit. Once the firing sequence has been entered, all other communications between the robot and the CCU shuts down and no other functions on the command console will work. Once the key is turned, a red strobe light that is mounted on the rear camera on the PTZ mast at the back of the robot will start to flash, alerting anyone nearby that the firing sequence has been started. With the key turned, press and hold the black arm button located at the bottom of the console to the left of the feedback screen. With the key turned and the arm button held down, press the red fire button located to the right of the feedback screen. Once the firing button has been pressed, firing from the robot is instantaneous. The only situation where there would be a delay is if the device that is being fired requires time to charge up before initializing. To the left of the firing key are the laser and crosshair buttons. The top button is to turn on the lasers on the weapon mount. The lasers are set up parallel to the weapon barrel so that any shot taken will always fire between the 2 green dots regardless of the distance. Robot lasers should be calibrated using a borescope laser in the aiming template provided in your manual. With the weapon mount level to the ground and the arm perpendicular to a flat surface 10 feet away, mount the template so that the borescope laser is in the center of the target. Then, adjust the robot lasers until they align with the laser targets on the template. Each laser has 3 screws, 2 black and 1 silver. The silver screw is for locking the laser in place and must be loosened to make adjustments. The 2 black screws are for adjusting the laser position. Once the laser is in the correct position, tighten the locking screw. In order to measure out specific distances for shots, the crosshair feature must be used. Pressing the crosshair button will bring up the crosshairs, and the menu buttons at the bottom left of the CCU screen are used to control the crosshairs when looking through the weapon's camera. To set up shots for different distances, it is best to use a borescope laser to make sure that the lasers are properly aligned with the barrel of the weapon. When mounting the pan disruptor in the weapon mount, the distance from the end of the lasers to the end of the barrel must be consistent every time in order for the distances recorded to be accurate. Marking the barrel of the pan ensures it is clamped at the same point every time. With the barrel clamped in the weapon mount, measure the distance from the end of the barrel to a flat object, a wall, box, etc. Adjust the robot until the distance is the desired distance for firing. Looking through the weapon camera with the crosshairs on, use the crosshair menu buttons to move the crosshairs until they are aligned with the borescope and the lasers. Once the crosshairs are aligned, record the crosshair coordinates from the screen. For example, If the coordinates for a 12-inch shot are 171 and 90, when out in the field, if a 12-inch shot was needed, the crosshairs would be turned on and moved to the coordinates 171, 90. Then the lasers would be turned on and the robot would approach the object until the lasers met up with the crosshairs. Once this is achieved, the operator knows that the shot will hit in the center of the crosshairs and that the end of the barrel is 12 inches from the object. Many different firing distances can be recorded prior to taking the robot out on a mission, and then the crosshairs can be moved to the desired coordinates and the robot can be adjusted so the lasers match the crosshairs.